Today I am going to bring you the all-new Range Rover Sport 2023. Before I get into details, let me know your favorite SUV down in the comments section. Range Rover Sport first came out more than 17 years ago in 2005 as a smaller, more affordable alternative to the full-size Range Rover. If you want to buy a brand new Range Rover Sport, choices are simple. As of today, there are 4 models to choose from. First one is Range Rover Sport SE P360. It comes as a 3.0-liter 6-cylinder 355 horsepower twin turbocharged gas mild hybrid all-wheel drive. Price starts at $83,000. You can customize all these models to your liking, and depending on the packages you add, price increases. The second model is Range Rover Sport Dynamic SE P400. It also comes with a 3.0-liter 6-cylinder 395 horsepower engine. It is also a twin turbocharged gas mild hybrid with all-wheel drive. Price starts at $90,000. The third model is the Range Rover Sport AUTOBIOGRAPHY P440e. It has the same powertrain as the previous 2 models with a 435 horsepower engine, which is 40 horsepower more than the second model. However, there is another difference there. It is a plug-in hybrid model that can travel for around 50 miles on fully electric power before switching over to the gasoline engine. Price starts around $105,000. As the Range Rover says, it can be fully charged within 40 minutes. Next model is called Range Rover Sport P530, First Edition. This has a twin turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 engine with 523 horsepowers. This one is also plug-in hybrid like the third model. Range Rover Sport P530, First Edition is a limited in production and is the top-of-the-line special edition model starting at $121,500. Now we have a clear understanding about the 4 Range Rover models you can buy. Today I'm going to talk to you specially about the 4th model, which is Range Rover Sport P530, First Edition. This model is in high demand, and without further ado, let's check out the performance. Range Rover Sport P530 First Edition has a twin turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 engine with 523 horsepower and 390 kWh battery capacity. This is a plug-in hybrid vehicle. P530 can reach 60 km/h in just 4.3 seconds. When compared to other SUVs of the same caliber, that's incredibly quick. The fuel economy is about 8.5 km per liter. It has a 80-liter fuel tank. You can travel 680 km with a full tank. All Range Rover Sport models come with an 8-speed automatic transmission, standard all-wheel drive, and an adjustable air suspension. Let's have a look at the new features in this Range Rover Sport models. With all these 4 models you can travel both off-road and on-road comfortably. Plus, all models are equipped with high-end tech. There is something new this time. Range Rover introduces off-road cruise control for the first time. When enabled, it constantly monitors the surface you're driving on and changes the car's speed and its suspension setup to make sure that you don't get stuck. Speaking of off-roading, this new Range Rover Sport can drive through water that's 90 cm deep, which is exactly the same depth as a Land Rover Defender and full-size Range Rover can manage. However, if you are serious about off-roading, you might want to avoid plug-in hybrid models because they lose out on 7 mm of ground clearance and 18 mm of actual articulation compared to the normal petrol and diesel models. You can add an optional performance driving setup called Stormer Handling Pack that adds a rear electronically controlled limited slip differential to maximize the traction when you accelerate out tight corners, and it also comes with torque vectoring that can brake the inside wheel to help the car make tight turns more quickly. There is another new feature. It's called adaptive air suspension. It only comes with Range Rover Sport models. It's different from normal suspension. Springs can switch between different modes with different volumes of air to help support the car's weight. This allows the vehicle to be more sportier. Another new feature they included is the rear-wheel drive. Let's check out the dimensions. Length 4.946 meters. Width 2.309 meters. Height 1.82 meters. Curb weight 2,436 kilograms. Wheelbase 2.997 meters. Turning radius 11.42 meters. Front track width 1.702 meters. Rear track width 1.704 meters. Maximum ground clearance 28.1 centimeters. Minimum ground clearance 21.5 centimeters. Storage capacity 2,364 liters. Let's check out the exterior. Something we notice here is that Range Rover is leaning towards a minimalistic design. Range Rover calls that reductive design. What they do here is they have got rid of most of the elements with design purpose and kept elements with a functional purpose. Starting with the front grille, we can see a smaller grille compared to other SUVs and previous Range Rover models. Headlights also have a new minimalist design, that's much less fussy than on the old car. The low bumper looks much more modern compared to previous models, and its new vent increases the sportier look. You can get some black trims or contrasting bronze ones depending on which model you choose. There are fog lamps and variable speed intermittent rain sensing wipers. Let's jump to the sides. The new Range Rover Sport comes with a range of wheels including some fancy carbon fiber inlays, and others that measure a whopping 23 inches across. That's just as big as the rims on the larger Range Rover. This new model gets rid of most of the creases and lines on the side. And also there are heated side mirrors that have integrated turn signals, deep tinted windows, and the roof is panoramic. Door handles are merged into the door. That's the trend these days. Previous Range Rover had square brake lights, but the new Range Rover Sport comes with super thin lights. The boot lid is very smooth too, and the number plate is fitted to the rear bumper instead of underneath the rear windscreen. You'll spot some extra back trim underneath this with some shiny exhaust tips. This is completely different from the Range Rover where the pipes are hidden behind the bumper, and also there is a rear window defogger too. Land Rover also has given the new model a more practical boot pack on the way to the roof, and you can carry 5 adults plus 845 liters of their luggage. That's 55 liters more than in the old one. There is a full-size spare wheel underneath the boot floor. And also there is a partition to lift up, and it can divide the cargo if you want. On this partition, there are little straps to hang valuable things tightly. In the interior, you will also see the reductive design, and the minimalism that you saw in the exterior. It's fairly calm and simple. The build quality is good and gives a very luxurious vibe. Let's start from the left. Seat controllers mounted on the door not only are simple and clear, but the controls themselves incorporate a seat memory button. These seats can operate up to 22 different ways. When you start moving the seat controls, the rest of the controls appear on the center screen. On the door, you can see an upper speaker and lower speaker, and there is also a one behind this gray color fabric, and Land Rover calls this acoustic enhancing fabric. It's amazing. The steering wheel and other controllers on it are pretty standard. And the cluster panel is fully digital. Climate vents which are hidden in a horizontal black line which is located on the dashboard. Climate controls are reduced to 2 dials. If you push it, you can control the seat's temperature. If you pull it, you can control the air temperature with fan speed. Other climate controls are moved to the center infotainment system. Next up is the center screen infotainment system. 13.1-inch large screen which is fully customizable and configurable. It is a curved touchscreen. It is the same infotainment system that Land Rover has been using for a couple of years. There is a cool feature in this system. One is water fording depth measurement, which shows the real-time water depth you are in, and the peak level is 32 inches. There are other features, namely cabin air filter, navigation, low traction launch, voice recognition, park assist, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Hey Land Rover AI, and more other. There is a hidden wireless phone charging plate underneath the infotainment screen. Gauge cluster system is located behind the steering wheel. It is highly customizable and similar to other Range Rover models. There is a cold storage compartment between the two seats. Foldable armrests are unique to Range Rovers, and they have decided to keep those as it is. Speaking of seats, seats are super comfy and luxurious. Seat headrests can be curved to wrap around the head. Range Rover First Edition comes with speakers in the headrest for personalized experience. They are placed in every headrest, including the rear seats. This model comes with a 29-speaker Meridian sound system. Let's jump to the second row. The second row has been made larger than the previous model, so legroom and headroom are also larger. New Range Rover Sport is taller and wider by about an inch than the previous models. This model can't be bought with the third row. Another cool feature is the lighted seat belt buckle. In the dark, it is very helpful. The new Range Rover Sport comes with lots of safety kits. You get automatic emergency braking, front and rear parking sensors, cruise control, traffic sign recognition and lane keeping assist. There is also a 3D surround view camera system that shows you in the comment section. Subscribe our channel. See you in the next video.